There you are. I believe the second of our heroes, the mage, is in Brightwood. There is a powerful will user there, called Garth. Do you remember that name? He was there the night Lucian killed Rose.
Garth is the hero of Will and a companion of the hero of Bowerstone. Hailing from the eastern continent of Samarkand, the scholar and will user named Garth is a being of great power and mystery whose very existence is only a rumor among the people of Albion. He typically carries his scrolls, books, and potions with him on various belts and pockets, and is usually seen sporting a monocle. Upon closer inspection, Garth can also be seen carrying a dagger on his waist, however he is never shown using it. An expert on matters concerning the Old Kingdom, Garth travelled to Albion in order to further study that ancient civilization's homeland, setting up residence in Brightwood Tower and conducting various experiments concerning will.
In Fable 2, he was an expert on the Old Kingdom, and he contented himself with working alongside Lucian Fairfax in the Fairfax Castle in order to reconstruct one of the greatest relics from the Old Kingdom, the Tattered Spire, for purely academic reasons. It is here where the young hero of Bowerstone first sees Garth, only to have his butler Jeeves label him as a man of few words. Sorry, not his butler. Lucian's butler, Jeeves, labelled him as a man of few words, while Garth brushed aside the group.
When Garth found out that Lucian intended to reconstruct the spire with disregard to the lives lost and suffering incurred, Garth left and moved back into Brightwood Tower in an attempt to return to his research. As the hero of Will, however, Garth still represented a significant threat to Lucian, who ordered his commandant to capture Garth in an attempt to recruit him to a faction dedicated to stopping Lucian from reworking Albion in his own twisted image using the power of the Spire. The hero of Bowerstone, now an adult and a hero, tried to save Garth, but arrived only in time to see the hero of Will whisked away by the Commandant and his shard.
Locked in the Tattered Spire and sapped of his power, Garth was soon joined by the hero of Bowerstone, who infiltrated the ancient structure as a spire guard in an attempt to rescue him. The hero was forced to spend 10 years of their life in the black walls of the spire, waiting for the moment when Garth collected enough will energy to free himself and the hero of Bowerstone of the collars that drained their will and imprisoned them. Escaping together, Garth attempted to return to his life in Albion, but was confronted by Teresa, who encouraged the will user to join their group and stop Lucian.
As a member of the hero of Bowerstone's army, Garth offered a way for the hero to find the hero of skill using a color's gate to teleport the hero to Bloodstone. An ambush by Lucian's men interfered with the ritual, however, forcing Garth to instead teleport the hero to Wraithmarsh. Nevertheless, the hero of Bowerstone was able to recover Reaver from an attack on Bloodstone by Lucian's men, linking up with Garth and the Hammer on Smuggler's Beach. Confronted by a great shard, Garth used his considerable willpower to decimate the Old Kingdom weapon.
Ascending to the top of Hero Hill in order to perform the ritual that would unlock the relic that could defeat Lucian, the four heroes were once again beset by Lucian and taken to the spire. However, Garth, Hammer, and Reaver were rescued by the hero of Bowerstone, who staved off death itself in order to take their revenge and save Albion. With their adventure concluded, Garth resolved to return home to Samarkand, taking Reaver with him.
So now we're on to the events of Fable 3 and beyond. Garth does not actually make an appearance in Fable 3, but the hero can receive a unique sword called the Channeler, crafted by Garth himself and his will during his later years. And you get this by pre-ordering the game from certain stores.
Which we didn't get in the UK.
At all. Yeah, it was America and Australia as far as I can see, and probably a couple other countries. But yeah, UK was not on the list.
Damn. He was mentioned in one of the rare books called Reaver on Reaver, found in Aurora during the Pen is Mightier quest. As the title suggests, it is Reaver's autobiography. Also in Reaver on Reaver, Reaver writes that he formulated a plan to leave Samarkand in style and end Garth's life. However, the book ends before it explains what happened or if he was successful in killing Garth. Based on the description of the Channeler and the fact that Garth is one of the most powerful will users, it's possible Garth survived the attack. However, Reaver comes back in this game and Garth does not, so, you know.
True. Garth was also mentioned with Riva on another book, or in another book, during the Pen Mightier quest for the Pangs of Sunset. The book is likely a mockery to adult fan fiction found around the internet.
Ooh. So again, this questionable lore thing, he appears again alive in Fable Edge of the World. He's found by the hero of Brightwall during his journey in Samarkand. Garth reveals Riva did indeed try to kill him but failed. He further trains the hero in will and offers his assistance in defeating the Empress. While the king attempts to sneak into the city and personally capture the Empress, Garth leads Albion's army in an assault on the city. On the brink of victory, however, the darkness infects the city's river, which then spreads out and engulfs much of the army, forcing the survivors, including Garth, Percival, Ben, and Kaelin, to retreat. The king himself is captured, but Garth rules out a rescue attempt, knowing it is instead better to regroup and make a plan. The others sadly agree.
Garth is very polite to most people, though in battle he shows a somewhat darker side. In contrast to the warm-hearted Hammer and the nefarious Riva, Garth maintains a level of moral ambiguity, never falling to either extreme. After burning an entire fleet, he simply states he might have been overzealous. When assaulting Brightwood Tower, he can mock dead spire guards, as well as provoking them before he attacks. He may also find battles exhilarating, as he can sometimes be heard yelling, "This is it," in a somewhat excited tone.
As a will user and a scholar, Garth demonstrates a certain reclusive nature and a moral ambiguity, originally working on the Spire purely out of academic interest. However, the fact that he left the project after bearing witness to Lucien's madness indicates a slight propensity for good. This relenting benevolence is further demonstrated when he originally returned to Albion, initially desiring nothing more than to return to his studies before ultimately joining Teresa.
He got along poorly with Hammer, but warmed up to her and eventually as seen in the Spire.
His relationship with Riva was not truly shown, though he did tell him to stay out of his way, which likely indicated a dislike towards him.
Yeah, further, I guess, justified by the fact that Riva did try to make a cool exit of Samarkand by killing Garth, so definitely not on the best terms, I would assume. Garth had doubts about the hero at first, but eventually came to respect them. Should the hero choose the needs of few ending, Garth will defend the hero's choice as their own to make.
Garth's specialization in will is immediately noticeable, as he was the only person able to use will in the Spire without Lucien's permission, though it took him around 10 years to build up enough energy for it. Garth has intricate features, including intertwining glowing blue lines across his body, a result of having such a high mastery of will. The same physical feature the hero incurs from a high level of willpower. As the hero of will, Garth is one of the most powerful will users in all of Albion. He and the hero are the only will users shown to display a limitless amount of will. He can cast much more powerful versions of the spells the hero of Bowerstone uses, like Inferno, Blades, Shock, Vortex, and Force Push.
Garth makes an appearance once more in the Xbox Live arcade title Fable Heroes, where he is a playable character unlocked by default. His default weapon is the Fireball spell gauntlet, which can later be upgraded and weaved with a lightning spell gauntlet. Garth is able to unlock Maze on the hero tile of the abilities board. And I think after that we're just on to trivia.
So at the end of the main quest, he returned to his homeland of Samarkand with Riva, who goes to experience the uninhibited people. I love Riva.
When Brightwood Tower is up for sale, if bought, the 4th level has a bed and a chest with research notes that he has been working on for the past years.
Garth was voiced by Ron Glass, who's very famous for playing the role of Shepard of Book in Joss Whedon's Firefly TV series and the Serenity movie as well.
In childhood, when the hero first sees Garth, they can stand in his way and prevent him from leaving his castle. He will stand still for a few seconds and try to go around you, and will sometimes charge up the shock spell to intimidate the hero.
Who's a child at this point. After defeating Lucien in the Spire, Garth tells the hero that they will definitely meet again. However, Garth has not appeared in Fable 3.
As shown in the Spire, when Garth is not wearing his goggles, his left eye appears to be larger than his right one.
It is also possible that Garth wears a monocle over his left eye because it is blind. The hero can see this in the spire when he focuses on Garth as he speaks. His left eye is the same color as Teresa's, who's also blind.
Yeah, just for anyone who's not sure. In the promotional image for Garth, his skin color appears white because of the bright light surrounding him, representing his immense power of the will. Not sure what that was all about.
I don't know why his skin color
I don't know why the skin color was necessary.
I think it's because in game he's actually a black character model.
Yeah, fair enough.
The coat that Garth wears bears a large resemblance to the High Roller's coat. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, and that's it. That's all we've really got for Garth. I mean, he's a bit of an interesting character, sort of an emotionless, like Jedi type character. Kind of, I don't know. He just kind of fulfills the role, doesn't he? He's not really. I don't know, like, he's not really that memorable, to be honest. Like, he just is there, like...
Yeah, you know I think it's because he doesn't really swing one way or the other. He's very, like, almost like the hero in a way, where the decision are more neutral by default, and then, obviously, with the hero, though, you have like us, like the player, getting to sort of make it more evil or good, whereas I feel like Garth is just the absolute, like, neutral, like a true neutral character. He's kind of...
Was he born neutral, or what makes his heart turn full of neutrality?
Those damn neutrals. Zap Brannigan.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Just because of that, he's not a bad character. I like Ron Glass as well. He's been in a few things.
Yeah.
Other than that, but I just felt that it was a bit forgettable after Fable 2. Like, I remember playing through Fable 2, and didn't really remember him much after that, to be honest. Whereas like Reaver, for example, Stan completely just like, this is the reason why Reaver was brought back for Fable 3, because he was such a popular character, and he's so cool because he takes a stance and he doesn't care, and he is what he is. He's selfish and he knows he doesn't care. Whereas like Garth is just kind of like insert sort of academic neutral mage, which is kind of like, all right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Not to be too negative at the end of the video, but yeah, like he was a good character for what he did, but
not quite up to like Reaver level, I would say, in terms of like enjoyability.
Not even as cool as Maze. Like even Maze in Fable Lost Raptors, Fable 1, like Maze had a bit more going for him. Anyway.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, with that, that's all we've got on this one. So we'll see you guys in the next lore video. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
That is up to you. I can send you anywhere from here. What do you wish?
I wish to return home, to Samarkand.
Oh, I've never been to Samarkand. Hot nights, exotic substances, and uninhibited people.
It's nothing like that.
Trust me, I'll find the exciting bits.
Fine, but stay out of my way. Hammer?
No, I'm done. I know why we got attacked in the cave the day we met. You brought those hollow men in with you. 2 monks would have found nothing, but a warrior finds battle, always. I want to go north, study with those warrior monks. I was so sick of avoiding violence. Now I'm sick of causing it.
Goodbye, hero. I simply can't thank you enough for dragging me into this mess. Oh, I should tell you, I do have to make the occasional sojourn back to Albion. I have an obligation to some friends in Wraithmarsh.
I had my doubts about you at first, but I'm glad we met, and we shall meet again. You can count on it.